Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I drafted this shoulder bustier, and if you want to see how I went about it, please stay tuned to the end of this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. So guys, I have my pattern paper laid down, and I'm going to be taking my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 plus half an inch allowance, that's 8 inches. I'm going to be taking this inches for 8 inches downwards. You could divide your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches allowance to get your armhole depth, but I just take the 8 inches on my shoulder and I take that down, and I'm going to mark that out. I'm also going to be taking out the 8 inches to make sure it's even, and then I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to rule the line. Next thing we're going to be doing right now is to rule the line and also rule our chest line. So the line that's our armhole depth stops, you rule that and rule out your chest line. And then we're going to be taking our vertical measurement. So we have our chest line at 8 inches, our bust point at 10 inches, under bust 13 inches, and half length at 15 inches. I'm also going to go ahead and add 2 inches allowance. And then you're going to add that at 17 inches, and I'm going to rule all the lines. Next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to label the chest line, the bust point line, on the bust line, and then my half length, and the rest is going to serve as my allowance. Next thing I'm going to go ahead to do at this point is to mark out my neckline. So for my neckline, I'm going to be using 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, okay? So we're going to mark out 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. This is my preference. You can go ahead to use 3 by 3 or any other thing that you like. And then I'm going to go ahead and curve this out. Next thing I'm going to be doing right now is to mark my shoulder slant. And for my shoulder slant, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch on the neck. I'm going to mark the midpoint of my armhole depth, and then I'm going to slant the shoulder to the neckline, and then before I curve the armhole, I'm going to come in by half an inch on the midpoint, and I'm going to take my bust divide by 4 and mark that out. My bust is 35 divided by 4 gives me 8.5 inches. I'll mark that out, and then I'll connect the 3 dots together to give me my armhole curve. Just like this, guys. So next thing we're going to be doing right now is to mark out the bust distance. So my bust distance is 7 inches. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half an inch, that is 4 inches. I'm going to mark 4 all the way to the end. So here it is, guys. I'm going to go ahead and rule this out. So this is my bust distance line. Next thing I'm going to do is to come on my shoulder, and I'm going to divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder I have 4.5. When I divide by 2 is 2.25. And then I'm going to use my ruler to connect that to my bust point, okay? Just as you see me doing in the video. I'm going to connect that all the way to my bust point. Just like this. Next thing I'm going to do is to come on my half length line, and I'm going to take half inches going in and 1 inch going out. So I took 1 inch going out and half inch going in, just as you see me doing. So you take half inch going in and 1 inch going out. Okay, so guys, please watch carefully so you can see what I'm doing. Half inch going in and 1 inch going out. And then from your bust point, you want to curve that and mark that out. So first of all, I'm going to use my straight ruler to mark that line on the inside and on the outside, just as you see me doing. So this is it, guys. After ruling that, you want to curve your bust point to meet those lines on your under bust and half length. Okay, so you're going to connect from your bust point to your under bust line. So from your under bust, you see that the line is going all the way to the half length and to the allowance. So you're going to do the same for both sides, just as you see me doing. Okay, I'm just thickening the lines in order to ensure it's visible. So this is it, guys, and our bustier is coming together. Next thing you want to do now is to go ahead and take out your shoulder darts. Okay, so to get a good nice looking bustier, you have to get a shoulder dart, and I'm going to come in by half an inch on the shoulder line and 1 inch on the other side, and we're going to connect this into the bust point. Okay, just as you see me doing in the video. So guys, we took 1 inch, 1 inch coming out and half an inch going in, just as you can see. So guys, that's it. Next thing we're going to be doing right now is to place our measurements. So you're going to take your bust divided by 4, 8.5 inches. So that 8.5 inches, you're going to place that down. Okay, and then after placing it down, whatever you have in the middle that you've taken out, the darts that you took out, you're going to add that. You're going to add it back. So on my chest line, I have half inch, and I'm just going to add that half inch back. And then on my waist 28 divided by 4 gives you 7. Okay, and then I'm going to mark out the 7, and then the darts I have 1.5 inches, and I'm going to add that back. That 1.5 inches, I'm going to be adding it back just like this. So you're going to go ahead and connect this. Okay, connect both lines, and the next thing we're going to be doing right now is to add our allowance. And for my allowance, I'm adding 2.5 inches allowance. Okay, please add as much allowance as possible. I'm adding 2.5 inches allowance, just like this. Next thing you want to do is on the shoulder. If you can recall, we took out darts there, and you want to be able to not have shortage, and we're going to replace this. So you're going to extend your shoulder slant, just as you see me doing, and then we're going to be replacing the darts we took out. So on the darts, we took out about 1.5, 1.6 inches allowance thereabouts. We took out 1.6 inches, and I'm just going to replace that 1.6 inches. Okay, so we're automatically going to have to make a new armhole curve, and then I'm just going to connect the line, the bodice line to the shoulder. Okay, just as you see me doing, and then from there I'm going to come in by half an inch on the midpoint of the armhole curve, and then I'm going to curve that to meet the new, to create a new armhole curve, just as you see me doing in the video. So guys, this is what we have. We're going to take out all the dots. So where you see the red marker at the parts we're going to be taking out, okay? I'm just marking it out so you can know. And then this is our center front. We're going to be cutting this on fold. I didn't fold my pattern paper, so we're going to have to cut it on fold. This is my side front, and I'm going to cutting it on fold too. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out now. And we have our allowance. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out now, guys. Ensure that you're cutting on the new armhole curve. Please do not make a mistake and cut the old armhole curve. So kindly watch how I cut it. So guys, this is what we have for the front, and I'm going ahead to place my pattern paper for the back, and I'm going to be marking 2 inches for zipper allowance all the way. So guys, this is the zipper allowance. Next thing we're going to be doing right now is to mark the shoulder. So you're starting from the new line, the new starting line from your zipper allowance line. So my shoulder is 15 divided by 2 plus half an inch, 8 inches. And I'm going to take this down to 8 inches. I'm going to take it down to get my armhole depth. You can also say your bust divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to take what I have up. I'm going to take it down and connect the 2 dots together. I'm going to be ruling a new line. That line is going to serve as my chest line. I'm also going to go ahead right now to mark out my vertical line. So I've marked my chest line at 8 inches, my half length line at 15 inches, and 2 inches allowance. And I'm going to rule this out. So guys, this is what we have: chest line, half length, and allowance. Okay. Next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to mark out my neck. And for my neck, for the width, I'm using 3.5 inches, and for the depth, I'm using 4 inches. So my back is deeper than the front. For your back, you can make it higher or deeper. My back is deeper than my front. I'm going to go ahead and curve this out. Next thing I'm going to go ahead to do right now is to be placing my shoulder slant. So I came down by 1 inch, and I'm going to slant that into the neckline. Next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark out my armhole curve. I'm going to locate the midpoint of my armhole depth, and my armhole depth is 4, and then I'm going to come in by half an inch on the midpoint, And then I'm going to take my bust divided by 4. My bust divided by 4, 35 divided by 4 is 8.5. And then I'm going to curve that. I'm going to connect the 3 dots together. Just like this, okay? So next thing we're going to be doing right now is to mark out our dart. And then for my dart, I'm going to be using 4 inches. And then I'm going to take the 4 inches on my half length and on the allowance line. And then I'm going to come up to my chest line and also mark the 4 inches. And I'm going to connect this into a straight line. Next thing I'm going to do is for my dart, I'm going to come in by half an inch going in and half an inch going out, just like this. And then I'm going to curve it, slant it the way you see me slanting it, okay? Just like this to get your dart. And this is what we have, guys. Next thing we're going to do right now is to place our measurements. For my waist is 28 divided by 4 is 7. And I'm going to curve that, slant that to my, connect that to my bust. And from that, on the waist, I'm going to be adding 1 inch for the darts that I removed and 2.5 inches for allowance, okay? Ensure to replace the darts you took out. And for the bust, I'm just going to be adding 2.5 inches for allowance, and I'm then going to connect the 2 dots together. Just like this, okay? So guys, this is what we have. This is what we have for the back. And that's our darts, and this is our allowance, okay? So I'm going to label it as my back, and please do not forget to cut and fold. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is what we have. And in order to remove the bulge at the waistline, I usually come up by 1 inch. Usually come up by 1 inch and connect that into the waist, okay? Just slant it the way you see me do. So guys, this is what we have. I'm just going to cut that out. So guys, this is what we have for the back, and thank you so much for watching up to this point. I really appreciate. And this is what we have for the front. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell me your thoughts. And if you try it out, do let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.